What's up, King? Appreciate you being here, brother. Quick warm-up set. We'll do some push-ups, some banded bicep curls, and some thrusters with the medicine ball. Just to warm up before our workout. What's up, TM? Oh man, wow, that's a tough one. Sorry to hear that, brother. I really am. Well, you know, you got to take it easy and do what you got to do. Try and rehab it as best you can. That sucks, but we can still work our lower body, right? We can still find things to do in the meantime. But yeah, that's... Sorry to hear that, brother. Try not to be discouraged. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. You'll be back bigger and stronger than ever. TM, what happened? Were you having pain and you didn't realize what was going on and you were just having some pain there? Yeah, well, just rehab it as best you can. Be patient. I know it's hard to be patient. Believe me, I really shouldn't be preaching patience because I'm one of the most impatient people you're ever going to want to meet. But when it comes to that, you're just going to be doing more and more damage. So you got to take it easy and just rehab it the right way. What's up, Magda? Appreciate you, T, man. You know I appreciate you being here and all your support. I hope you know that. But again, I know those injuries, and again, I'm certainly nobody to be preaching patience because I'm bad at it. I'm really bad at it. But that's really the key. You know, just take your time, rehab it, and you'll be right back at it. Shout out to our friends in Scotland. Good afternoon, good evening actually, right, in Scotland? What's up, my brother? How are we doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're in the penthouse today, brother. That's what it is. I had to take the elevator all the way up. I wanted to start the live an hour ago, but the elevator right up to the penthouse takes that long. So, but it is what it is. What's up, Fresh? Yeah, just doing a little warm up, and I want to go downstairs. I'm actually at a gym here, and I have a couple of levels, so I came up here just to do like a quick warm up. I wanted to go live down there, but they have the music blasting, so it's not going to be, it's not going to go well. Fresh, I usually go by what time I ate the night before, and again, my general rule is to do at least 16 hours. So, you know, if I finish at 8 o'clock the previous night, I'll eat about noon. You know, could be a little earlier. Some days it's much later, you know, but generally my rule is try to get 16 hours. And then my first meal, most days of the week consist of some eggs, some kimchi, some type of meat, maybe a little bit of bacon or some ground beef or a piece of steak that I have or something. And then I'll do yogurt with some fruit, walnuts, pecans. I'll throw in there, you know, some type of nut, some green tea. Yeah, and that's really about it, you know. On certain days, if I'm not in the mood for the eggs, I'll go for some type of meat, maybe some sweet potato, and then I'll get crazy sometimes. And instead of the yogurt, I'll have some cottage cheese, some low-fat cottage cheese with the fruit, and again some nuts. And I get the low-fat not because I'm fat phobic. I'm not worried about it's not because it's unhealthy per se. But I'm getting other fat calories when I put the nuts in, and if I eat the meat, and the eggs have plenty of fat content. So generally, my first meal is going to be eggs and meat, or some type of meat with a sweet potato, and then yogurt with fruit, nuts, things like that. But nothing. I don't do any. Occasional, on very rare occasions, if I'm at my daughter's house, maybe I'll throw in a couple of slices of sourdough bread with the eggs. But that's very rare. And again, it's only a slice or two. I'm not big on bread, any type of bread or anything like that. I don't eat bread. What's up with you, Love More? Appreciate you popping in. Ronaldo's here. What's up? Thank you, RA. I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, fresh. It's got to be some type of whole food. I'm not doing. On occasion, if I'm on the road, I'll stop into one of the gas stations, to get a cup of coffee or something. People are coming out of there with their coffee loaded with cream and sugar and God only knows what, flavored creamers, and they have their bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant or a bagel and a bag of chips and then a donut. I've been there, done that. I can't live like that anymore, so it's got to be. I don't feel good when I do that, so I have to eat whole foods and stuff. I feel so much better, so much better. This morning, as a matter of fact. So right here for me, it's about 2:19 in the afternoon, right? So this morning, I ate around 10 a.m. this morning, and that was a piece of steak. What I have, 4 eggs. I had an apple with some yogurt, some walnuts, things like that. So that's generally what I do. That's where I'm at most of the time. Bujar, not quite, but I appreciate you being here. And the breakfast this morning? Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a nice chunk of steak. I probably had 50 grams in a steak, to be honest with you. And then the egg's gonna have what, 5 grams, 6 grams? So let's say another 20 grams with your eggs. Plain Greek yogurt is gonna give you, for about 6 or 7 ounces, you'll get, maybe 7 ounces, you might get close to 20 grams of protein. So yeah, Yeah, definitely plenty of protein to be had there. What's up to Mirko? He's back. He's back. Shout out again to Germany. Check out my friend Love Calisthenics guys over in Germany. Young beast over there. Thank you, Fresh. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mirko, you know, brother, we got to spread the word. We got to get these kids moving again. You know, it's against the law to have kids exercising anymore practically in school. They'll sue the shit out of you, you know, if your kid stubs his toe somewhere. But they'll keep them locked up in a room and tell them, don't get out of your chair. They'll feed him a bunch of sugar all day, right? And he's jumping out of his skin, and then you yell at him and tell him to sit in a wooden desk and don't move. You know, it's borderline torturous. These poor kids, you know, you look at what's going in their body all day. How can you not be jumping out of your skin? How can you not want to, you know, jump around like a wild, like a little puppy? You know what I mean? You got to get that energy burnt off somehow. But instead, they yell at the kids. Then they say that the kid's got ADHD. Well, your kid's got ADHD, so we're gonna have to give him some. We're gonna have to give him some Ritalin or some Adderall, right? So yeah, it's pretty crazy. No, they, thank you, brother. You know, Mirko, I got to be honest with you, man. I see a young guy, you doing it, and you inspire me. And I'm not just saying that, you really do. I love seeing people work like that. You know, people of any age, but when I see younger guys doing it, it really is inspiring, and I'm glad, because I hope that they take that with them throughout their life. You know, they're not like most people, like 75% of us here in the U.S., where you're so sick, out of shape, and overweight. The only thing that's going to wake you up for most people is, God forbid, you have a heart attack, you know, some medical emergency. And even then, most people don't even turn it around. Even then, they don't even turn it around. So I'm really glad when I see younger guys doing it, you know, and they learn the benefits of it. And then most of the time, hopefully, they'll take it with them throughout the rest of their life. No, people don't know. People don't know. Mirko, we talk about that all the time. That's what holds people back, you know. It's one of the things. Laziness is a big one. Laziness, unfortunately, is a real big one. But there's a lot of reasons, and a big part of it is ignorance. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory sense. It's just that people don't know what to do. People don't know how to eat. They have no clue what they're putting in their mouth. They have no clue. Right? They think that all of this processed stuff is actually food, and it's not. It's just chemical concoctions, right? It's artificial flavor and dyes and emulsifiers and flavors and lots of sugar or lots of artificial sweeteners, lots of salt. You know what I mean? They just throw this stuff together, and people actually think it's food, and it's completely void of any nutrition. So you eat it and you fill your stomach up, and your body will burn it for energy. Most of it you don't, because you eat so much of it, right? We overeat so much, and that's why everybody's so fat. But you're starving yourself of nutrition. So. That's the formula. That's the formula. Get some regular sleep. Cut the stress out, right? Because that sleep deprivation, your cortisol is going to be through the roof. That's one of the reasons why our cortisol is through the roof. There's many other reasons, but people, and they don't get it. They don't equate their sleep patterns to their health. You know, people tell you, I only need 3 hours sleep a night. No, you don't. You need much more than that. Do you need a full 8, a full 9? Maybe not. Everybody's physiology is different. But this whole notion that, you know, you don't have to sleep, and then the one that I love is, I can eat what I want. I can eat whatever I want. I mean, you talk about the level of ignorance, you know what I mean? And people just double, triple, and quadruple down on it over and over and over. So yeah, in theory, hey, just get some sleep and eat right. Oh, okay, that's simple. And for 95% of the population, you know, to say that, to tell them what the formula is, it sounds simple. For them to actually do it, next to impossible. It's next to impossible for most people. It takes work, and you know, people, and we'll go back to the laziness factor. People aren't willing to do that work. They're not willing to be uncomfortable and put that work in. They're not willing to be uncomfortable and make those changes, because it takes change. We inherently hate change as humans. We inherently hate it. I do. But you have to. You really have to. You know what, Mirko, we're not going to stop, brother. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. What's up, Eric? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping back in. Just doing a little warm-up here at the gym. So we came upstairs away from the music. I hope it's not on because I get flagged when the music's there. I have to take the video down. I figured I'd come upstairs, get a little bit of a warm-up in before the workout. Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you to everybody for being here today. I appreciate everybody that popped in. I appreciate the positive feedback. Those of you that hit that like button, subscribe button, whatever you want to do, hang out in the back and lurk around. It's up to you either way. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you too, Cap. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the support and I appreciate you popping in. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate all you guys that were here. Hit the like button, subscribe button, whatever button. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're getting your reps and staying healthy. What's up, Gio? Long time no see, my friend. I thought you gave up on me. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I don't know about Superman, Magda. We just do what we can. We just keep moving. We just gotta keep moving. Lovemore, the most I ever weighed was about 230 pounds. Right around 230. And I'm 6 feet tall. And it wasn't good weight. It wasn't good weight at all. It was from overeating, it was from drinking too much, a lot of alcohol, bloat, just bad stuff. Because like I mentioned earlier, I thought I could eat whatever I wanted because I worked out all the time, right? Didn't help me. Didn't help me. Things were going south real fast. And that's what I try and impress upon people. You think that you're doing what you're doing now, and on the surface you're okay. You know, you go to your doctor and your A1C might be up in the high fives, and the doctor says, nah, just watch what you eat and try and lose weight and you'll be okay. And you think everything's going good, but I promise you the wheels are turning, right? You're doing damage. You're doing damage. When is that dam gonna break? It's different for everybody. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just because you think in your mind that you're 30, 35, 40, right? And you know a guy who's 50 and he's running around like a drunk ape, eating, drinking whatever he wants, and he looks on the surface that he's okay. Don't take that to mean that you're gonna be okay. You run your own race, you know? And I was doing that, and I was running the wrong race, believe me, it was the wrong race. So yeah, 230. Now I'm probably 190, give or take. Depending on what I had to eat that day, if anything. But I've been at this weight, you know, for years now, for several years. My weight doesn't fluctuate. And to be honest with you, I'm not one to get on the scale because I'm content with, you know, with my weight, and I definitely don't see it moving that much. You know, we're all gonna tick up and down a couple of pounds, which is to be expected. But if you're ticking up 10, 15, 20 pounds, that's you shouldn't expect that. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. So yeah, 230 was my max. I'm on, yeah, the triceps. Well, you got to build those triceps, brother, because those are 2/3 of the real estate on your arm. You know, the biceps, everybody gives, the biceps are the glamour muscles. Everybody's worried about the biceps. And you do, you know, you want to develop your whole body. But those triceps, you really got to get. So I would highly recommend, I don't know where you're at, you know, in your journey, what level you're at, but highly recommend some dips, some parallel bar dips, some straight bar dips. The parallel bar dips you could do with a band, right? You strap the band across the bars. So if we had a couple of bars here, I would just have the band here, my hands on the bar, and then I would put my knees into the band, and I would get an assist. Okay, you're just starting out? All right, so then I would say you're gonna go with some diamond push-ups, and you're gonna do those on your knees. If you're just starting out, diamonds are gonna be a tough move because when we do a push-up, the closer our hands are, when we bring the hands together, we're still working the chest, but now, as the hands come in, we're relying more and more on the tricep. So the tricep is obviously a smaller muscle than the chest, so it's going to be a harder push. So you want to do those on your knees if you have to, right? So you're just going to come in, have your hands, and even if you can't get into the diamond position, just come in really close with your push-ups, because again, the closer your hands are, the more tricep activation you're going to get. And just do those on the, actually, you know, if you don't want to do them on your knees, you can do them against the wall, close grip push-ups, on the steps, on a retaining wall, on a chair, whatever, right? But the higher up you are, the more vertical you are, the easier the push is going to be. So start, even if you have to start out against the wall, start out against the wall, right? You come up on the balls of your feet and you push back and forth that way. And that's gonna hit the triceps. And then the other one, which probably my favorite exercise for really targeting the triceps, is gonna be bench dips. Or again, you could do those on a chair. So you're gonna bring your hands right next to your hips, right next to your body, right on the, again, a retaining wall, a chair, the steps, whatever. And then you're gonna go down. Now, you'll see most of the time that as you advance, your legs are gonna be straight out, and that's gonna be a harder push. So you just put a 90-degree bend in your knees and have your feet flat on the ground, doing your dips like that. And that's really gonna activate those tricep muscles. So starting out, I would say that as close as you can get with your grip on the push-ups, because always remember, as we come out wider, now we're working more chest. As our grip comes in closer on a push-up, it's going to be more tricep activation, right? And then I can't say enough that for me, everybody's different, but I at least give those a try, the dips, the bench dip or chair dip, whatever you want to call it, but definitely try that. There you go. Good, Eric. Yeah, 240, you know. And to be honest with you, I think I mentioned this maybe this morning or whatever, recently I mentioned. We have such a distorted, everybody is so overweight right now. And we have a distorted view of what we should look like. And most guys, you know, you say, what are you, 5'6", I think it says, right? You can ask a guy that's 5'6", how much you think you should weigh, and he'll tell you, like 200 pounds. You know what I mean? Like a guy 5'6", he could be in good shape, have a good physique, a decent amount of muscle mass, average amount of body fat, and walk around at like 150, 155, to be honest with you. But if he does, in today's day and age, he's emaciated, there's something wrong with him, look how skinny you look. That's normal. That's normal. But the new normal is to be 200 and 300 pounds. You have women walking around that their bodies aren't even shaped like human beings anymore. That's the other thing, Eric, you know, I threw that number out there, what'd I say, 155? We don't know that for sure, and I'm not a big proponent. I was just having this conversation with a guy I'm working with, as a matter of fact. I'm not a big proponent of setting a certain number. You could have a roundabout number. I think I might feel good there, but it's all gonna depend. You know, if you go on a starvation diet and you're losing, because when you lose weight, when you're at a calorie deficit long enough and you lose weight, you're losing some combination of body fat and muscle mass. You're breaking down muscle to some degree. And how do you alleviate that? Resistance training, proper nutrition, sufficient protein. And most people aren't doing that. They're doing some kind of bullshit, whether it's, you know, shooting Ozempic in their ass or whatever they're doing. They're not doing it the right way. But if you do it the right way, you could minimize the muscle loss and get rid of the body fat. And then worry about building yourself back up. So to say, you may be right. I'm not saying you're wrong, you know, what you're going to look like at 180. But the other thing I do with people that I work with is I always take pictures, because the pictures don't lie. Every 30 days, you know, and it really, number one, it's motivational. If you're doing the right thing and you're moving in the right direction, it's extremely motivational. And on the flip side, if you're doing the wrong thing and you could say, well, no, I wasn't that, you know, I did pretty good. Well, then how come the pictures, how come you look bigger in the second picture than you do in the first picture, right? So the pictures don't lie. But to set a certain goal weight and say, I want to weigh this much, you don't know what you're going to look like. You don't know what you're going to feel like. You don't know what your body composition is going to be. So again, if you're doing the right thing along the way and you're maintaining your muscle mass as much as you can, you're going to look good. Other than these people that just do the drastic, ridiculous stuff, you know, and still eating shit. Their insulin's sky high. They're burning muscle faster than they are body fat. and then they just look like, they look all drawn, they have the loose skin going, and it's just, you know. And, you know, unfortunately, some people eat themselves to a level where no matter what you do, if they do lose the weight, there's going to be some loose skin. There's going to be skin issues. And everybody worries about that. Well, if I lose the weight, will I have loose skin? Well, would you rather be 350 pounds and be ready to have a heart attack any day, or be a healthy 180 pounds and have a little bit of loose skin, and you just have to wear it as a badge of courage? There's nothing you could do. But what's the alternative? You make the choice, you know? But I think that people have a very distorted view of how much they think they should weigh. So I'm not a big proponent of putting a number on it. A roundabout number, but you know, how many times I hear people, I just want to lose 20 pounds, I just want to lose 25 pounds, and then what? And then what? Then what do you do? Then you gain 30, because that's what most people do, right? If you don't incorporate exercise into your life, if you don't learn how to eat along the way, the right way to eat. So it should be a learning process, and it should be a process where you're getting rid of bad habits, you're incorporating new habits to replace the bad habits, and getting yourself healthy. And when you do that, when you're eating the right way, if you're eating a relatively whole food diet consistently, and you're doing some type of regular exercise, your body's gonna find its set weight. Your body's much smarter than your ego, you know? So if you let your body do its job and feed it the right way, get the right amount of sleep, you know what I mean, do some exercise, your body knows what it's doing, and it'll get there. But we do everything, the self-sabotage is unbelievable. Again, the mentality, I can eat what I want, I don't need, I can get 4 hours sleep and I'm fine. Okay, all right, you know better, you know better. Baron, it doesn't matter. I mean, come on, you know, it is what it is. We make the best. If you're a good person, if you're a healthy person, you know, who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? You know? Yeah, I'm a big proponent of the picture thing, Eric. I really am. I think that's a great strategy to use, because the pictures don't lie. You do that every 30 days. You know, a straight on, a side, and then a back. And don't do it like most people, you know, in front of your closet where all your shit's hanging and everything's hanging down. Get a nice clean wall, a nice clean background. And you do that, and then every 30 days, you take those pictures, and then you splice them together. Pictures don't lie. They'll tell you exactly what you're doing or what you're not doing. Thank you for the shout out, my brother. I appreciate that. I really do. All right, guys. So I came up here for a warm up, and now I've been bullshitting and I kind of cooled down. So I'm going to go downstairs and try and get a workout in here. As always, I appreciate every one of you guys that popped in, everybody that hit the like button. Those of you that choose to subscribe. All of my regulars, some of you new faces, I do appreciate all of you. I hope everybody gets their reps in. I hope everybody's staying healthy. Everybody have a great weekend, and maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later on, all right? Thanks, guys.